Today I am checking out the Insta360 Go 2. Now this is coming from the company most known for their 360 cameras. This is an action camera. Insta360 not only sent me this camera and a bunch of accessories, but they are also sponsoring this video. But I am going to be honest in this video because while there are a lot of positives, there are a couple of areas for improvement. So I got a number of boxes with accessories, but to keep things simple, I'll show you around this little gray zippered pouch and the things that I have in it. Opening it up, there are spaces for 5 different mounts, everything from GoPro style mounts to a pivot stand to a threaded tripod mount. There is a spot for the camera itself, which comes in this AirPod style charging case, which I will get to in a moment. In the front pouch, I have a magnetic lanyard, a couple of GoPro mounts, and 4 3M sticker pads. Oh, and I also got some replacement lenses for the camera, which is nice to have if you happen to scratch the lens. And about a 4-foot long selfie stick for capturing your vlogs from further away. Now the camera is located inside of the case, and the case acts not only as a charging case, but as a controller. The camera is simply held in by a magnet. The case has 2 buttons on it and a tiny screen which allows you to change settings and modes on the camera. It also can be used as a little tripod because it has built-in legs. This makes for a great little portable selfie camera setup. The case has a USB-C port at the bottom as well as a tripod thread. Now the camera itself is tiny. Here it is next to an SD card for reference. It is also very simple, 1 button on the front, a little indicator light, and the lens. Around the back there is a magnet with the connections for communicating with the case. One of the great things about this camera is that in addition to being amazingly small, it is completely waterproof, and because it weighs 26 grams, you can put it anywhere and wear it on a necklace all day long without noticing it. And inside you have 64 gigabytes of built-in storage. There are 3 ways to control the Go 2. The first is through the Insta360 app, which connects via Bluetooth and Wi-Fi and has a ton of features and settings you can tweak. You can shoot in log or vivid color modes with several different field of view options, with settings up to 1440p and 50 frames per second with either a 16:9 or 9:16 aspect ratio. You can shoot the camera in auto, manual, ISO priority, or shutter priority, and you can play with the white balance, exposure, ISO, and shutter speed. At the very bottom of the app, you can see the various shooting modes: star lapse, interval, night shot, photo, video, pro mode, time lapse, time shift, HDR, slow motion, and reframe live. There's a lot to go through, so I'm going to focus my review on the pro video mode, and maybe I'll throw in a few hyperlapses for fun. Okay, so that's the app. Easy to use, you can edit on your phone, and it works well. The second way you can control the Go 2 is through the case itself. You can access the menu and change settings using the 2 buttons, and you can also start and stop recording. The last way to control the Go 2 is the easiest, and that is directly on the camera by pressing the button on the front. A solid white light means that it's on, and a flashing white light means that it is recording, and it also vibrates to let you know when it is off and when it has stopped recording. When you look at the sample videos in Pro mode and 1440p, the footage looks really good. Colors are great, the 11mm equivalent focal length means you can get a lot in the frame, and the stabilization is excellent. Insta360 uses their flow state stabilization, which I first experienced with their 360 cameras, and it works extremely well with features such as horizon lock, so you can rotate this camera in any direction and you can get a nice flat horizon. One of the cool things about the Go 2 is that you can make changes to the footage when you are editing through the Insta360 Studio software. You can fine-tune the perspective, you can also switch between perspectives, toggle stabilization on and off, speed up and slow down clips, and add motion blur. 2 of my favorite ways of using this little Go 2 are with the included neck lanyard. It just goes around your neck, under your shirt, and then the camera just snaps into place magnetically. This is so easy to wear around, you don't even notice that it is there, and it gives you a nice POV style field of view. So if you are out riding a scooter, running, walking, or working, you can record all of it from your own perspective. The second way is with this little plastic clip mount that you can secure to a baseball hat, and the mount has a little magnet for the camera to hold it in securely. This results in a more eye-level field of view that I think is pretty cool. There are a lot of creative ways to use this perspective, and the mount allows for up and down adjustments very easily. The key with the Insta360 Go 2 is it's a creative camera, and the size really is the most important issue, most important factor with this little thing, because you can put this in places where you potentially could not fit a camera such as a GoPro. And there is a great app surrounding this little camera that has a ton of tutorials and inspirational ideas for creating awesome looking shots. Now, that's not to say that this little camera is perfect. I think that there are a couple of things that Insta360 could improve in the future, or maybe even via firmware. First, while the camera is waterproof, the case is not, which does make me a little nervous taking the camera around water. I think that a waterproof case would be nice. Second, when using the Go 2 by itself, sometimes it's hard to understand if you are recording or not. I found myself constantly looking down at the light to see if it was flashing, so I knew it was recording. The other option is to pull out your phone and make sure that it is recording through the app. Third, it would be nice if Insta360 made each mode stabilized with their flow state stabilization instead of just a few modes. I think this would be an easy firmware update in the future. Fourth, the Insta360 Go 2 does not have the option to record in 4K. Everything online is moving to 4K, so it would be nice if they matched other action cameras and also offered a 4K recording mode. The 1440p looks nice and clean, but I just keep thinking to myself, man, this would look even awesomer in 4K. Lastly, the battery on the camera itself only lasts about 30 minutes, and the case offers another 2.5 times worth of charge, so if you are looking to record for a longer period of time, that could be a challenge. I mentioned this to Insta360, and they said that they have developed a $20 power mount that allows you to charge the camera while recording, which is pretty cool. Oh, and the last thing that I should mention is the audio quality, which is probably not the best, but most GoPros suffer from the exact same problem. I've had a lot of fun over the last couple of weeks playing around with it and trying it in a variety of situations. So I'm looking forward to continuing to use this little camera, and it's just so practical. You can throw it in your pocket easily and you can record just like that while you're sitting in traffic. Say hi.
Hi.
Say bye.
Bye.
But that is going to be it for my review of the Insta360 Go 2. I hope you guys enjoyed it and you learned something from it. As always, if you are interested in reading more about this little camera or picking up one for yourself, please check out the link down below to the Insta360 store, where you can check out prices and specs and all the different packages. I think that they are offering some extra free mounts if you guys are ordering for the holidays, so definitely check that out. As always, thank you so much for all of your comments, all of your likes, and your support. Stay tuned for more videos, and have a nice day. Bye-bye.